Good evening and welcome everyone again to tonight's coverage of Rainlight Racing's Round 5 in their 2024 GT3 Series 5. We are at Zandvoort. Yeah, a very wet Zandvoort by the looks of it as I look out the window there tonight. For round 5 in this 11 round series at Zandvoort. It is, as always, proudly brought to you by Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solution, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and as always, brought to you or broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment. I'm Davo. I'm on my lonesome tonight, so it's the Davo and Davo show, everybody. And we're going to have a ball. It's a wet Zandvoort. It's round 5. We will just sneak the points up quickly and have a bit of a look-see where we're at the moment. Of course, the usual suspects, the Chris Cooley's, Chaplin Chans and Phil Antoon, a.k.a. Maverick, sitting up at the pointy end. Chris Cooley actually with a fairly commanding lead, but I cannot see him in the server tonight, so we might see that drop a position or two. Chaplin Chan not too far behind with 232 points, and Mav there with 205, so a little bit back. Gaz Eddy in 4th, Brandon Webley, Matt Dayton, Will Dixon, Matty T, Steve Crossland, and there is a couple of names missing out of the race tonight, but one definitely to mention is Costas Makalos, holding down 10th position, one of the Pro-Am drivers, so definitely punching above his weight there, sitting on 205 points. I think the next person to threaten him for the Pro-Am would be T-Fam or Nick Firth. So I think Fam might have had a classification rise, which I'm sure he's not too happy about. And with the Pro-Am, the Am guys, we have Adrian Kramer leading the list there, and Wally Baker and Mark Turbot. I think both Wally and Mark Turbot not in the race tonight either. So Kramer is and will be looking to make some gains tonight. So points-wise, I think after tonight here at Zandvoort will get mixed up a little bit. So it will be interesting to review this again next week. Like I said, we are at Zandvoort. It is very wet. The boys have just snuck out for the first qualifying session. Now, let's see if we can get some vision up here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's not the right one. Hang on. Yes, like I mentioned, very, very wet Zandvoort. While I just get my cameras together here, guys, and we'll get you some vision. Traditionally, obviously, we do a 30-minute qualifying mixed between the 3 different classes. So normally a 10 minutes for each class. Pro out first, Pro-Am, and then the Pro Boys get out for the last stint. But tonight, not too many of the Pro-Am guys on track, so I think we're gonna run the Pro-Am and the Am Boys together tonight for 15 minutes. Oh, looking at that weather out there, just get a load of that, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, very wet track, so the boys might need 15 minutes just to get their head around the weather at the moment here at a very wet Zandvoort for round 5. Please like and subscribe, hit your notifications, light up the chat box. I'm up for a chat tonight here on my lonesome. It's the Davo and Davo show as we just pick it up on Joe Grimmer pedaling the number 42 McLaren around. One of only a handful, I think it's only Wayne Rogers, Joe Grimmer and Adrian Kramer in the AM classes out on track tonight. Quite a few Pro-Ams, mind you, though. And just a quick mention, I think it was Rogers that was topping the boards in pre-race practice against Kramer, and then Grimmer. Also Firthy doing some nice work, putting his car up the pointy in pre-race practice. Also Wadsworth, Ashton Hughes and Costas Macrolos, actually one to look out for tonight. Look, we are looking for the Rainmasters here tonight. Who can wrestle these GT3? I mean, Zandvoort's a tough enough place as it is. A very technical track with 14 odd corners and some high lateral G corners. So here in the pouring rain, it's going to be quite a show. So plenty to talk about. I will try and keep up with all the action to the best of my abilities. One set of eyes on track here tonight. And Nick Firth already. Jacob Wadsworth in provisional first. Nick Firth 5/10 up on his delta and heading towards the back end of the circuit. That would poke him up another position up into the top. Ashton, like I mentioned, was also showing some nice form in that Aston in pre-race practice. Very tricky circuit to get around, particularly in these sort of conditions. Gunther Rowe also out on track in the Gorilla Racing Nismos. Actually, the Nismos not doing too bad around here in the weather tonight. So I saw also, I think Fudado came up on my radar as one of the pro drivers getting the old Datsun into the zone. T-Fam, like I mentioned, I think he is second in the Pro-Am, currently holding second in the Pro-Am classification. So nice work from Fam. Doing a little bit of extracurricular stuff and off track. We might slip away from that little bit. I'm sure he won't be happy that I picked that up. So Fam clearly pushing hard in the black and gold McLaren here tonight, trying to get the most out of that car. Like I said, second to Costas Macrolos in the Pro-Am series at the moment. So those guys have got a little bit of a battle going on. But yeah, T-Fam with some work to do. He is down on the points a little. Ashton Hughes, like I just mentioned, actually quite a good chunk of time up his sleeve on his delta there. Puts him in second position and he crosses the line and down into turn one. That just, oh, that might look like, I think that was T-Fam just rolling back out of the pits after maybe a little bit of panel beating to the McLaren to get it back into shape to finish off his qualifying. But yes, and who did I just mention before? Costas Macrolos, and there he is in the Ferrari now. Like I mentioned, Nick Firth also shining in pre-race practice on what was a very wet track as well, and so the Ferrari's looking pretty handy here tonight on a very, very slick track. So yeah, probably one to watch out for. And there you are, Costas and Nick Firth. A couple of Ferraris up the pointy end provisionally. Wadsworth off track in the Lamborghini as we just flicked. Harrison Bella in the, I think, the only Lexi in the field, and doing a stellar job with 42.5. Not a shabby lap around here at the moment in pouring rain. So yeah, nice work from Harrison there in the Lexus to put that thing on provisional fifth so far. These guys have got another 6.5 odd minutes to go in their session. And Worcester, we just pick up on Worcester. Actually, he just popped up in my radar. Another one of the Datsuns, actually a particularly nice looking livery on that GDR, the number 8 car of Kenneth Worcester. So looking pretty sharp, but definitely has some work to do lap time wise, as we might flick back to Mr. Wadsworth, and he has that Lamborghini now pointing in the correct direction, and he's focused out the windscreen and not out the side or the back as he navigates his way through 3 and 4 and up over the hill through this roller coaster in this pouring rain and up over the brow of this blind right-hander and into 7. A real bowl of a corner there, looking for that lateral grip in the pouring rain here in the Lamborghini. And he would be hoping he can keep that pointing in the right direction when it comes race time and the green flag drops. Who else is flashing on my radar at the moment is Gunther. 4 tenths up on his Delta, which would put him up a position in front of Harrison Bella, and T actually lighting up the board there. Oh, and he's back down as well, so clear. T-Fam pushing hard. Looks like he's just doing a bit of a reset there, and he might be going for another run. He did show a healthy Delta up until that little mistake there. Nick Firth also gaining some time, but oh, nicely done from Gunther. Half a second up on his time. This will get him Harrison Bella at least. Yes, it does. Into 5th position. Nice work from Gunther in the Gorilla Race. That's a fantastic looking car. That, like I said, Nick Firth flickering up on my Delta as well as he comes across the line, not showing as ahead at the moment. Makalos also flashing on the Deltas. So plenty going on here, ladies and gentlemen, for the first 15-minute session in qualifying. The Pro Ams and the Am guys out there together on a very, very slick Zandvoort here on a Monday night for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 Series 5. Last of the sprint races tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll head to the super sprints next week. We'll go from an hour-long race, 60 minutes, to a 90-minute race. Now, yes, so last of the sprints, last of the 60-minute, no compulsory pit stop here tonight. These guys have got plenty of tyres, and I don't think they're really going to need rubber in this sort of weather. As we see Fam 6 tenths up, that would sneak him up into about, not too much further ahead. A couple of positions might sneak him up in front of Wayne Rogers at the moment. Nick Firth, half a second up on his time. T-Fam just coming across the line. Where does that put him? Pops him up another position with 42.995. So he stays out. These guys have got a couple and a half of minutes to go. We'll get back to Firthy. There he goes. Oh, slips across. Oh, there it is. Pops it into first with a 41.8. Now, we did see the Pro Boys shooting out low 41. So 41.8, not too shabby from Nick. Low and slow Firth there. So nice work from Firthy. Wadsworth again in that Lamborghini, definitely got that thing pointing in the right direction at the moment. That Motol bright pink and purple car looking fantastic, and he's really throwing it around. Up on his Delta, that would sneak him up a couple of positions if he can actually keep that together. Wally Baker also up on his Delta. He should make an improvement if he can keep that together as well. He'll get Worcester. Where is Baker? Baker in one of the Porsches. About halfway around the track. Oh, struggling to stop that thing there. You could just see it squirreling as he just applied the brake pedal initially and cross it. the back chicane there, and that surely will be a track infringement, so that will void that lap. Nick Firth, we could just see in back of shot, headlights ablaze, down on his Delta, but still out on track. He is holding down first, a provisional first at the moment, as this session does wind down. And we will start to see the pro boys coming out pretty soon. Gunther Rowe through the roller coaster towards 7, up over the crest of this hill. Really asking a lot of the Datsun. And then down into 8 and 9. Very complex part of the track here. This whole midsection cuts back on itself multiple times. So yeah, keeping that thing really tidy. You can see it working, looking for grip, really pushing hard. We'll start to see these pro guys starting to file out soon enough. We're inside that 15-minute window as Gunther gets it all crossed up on the exit. And he gives it away. As like I mentioned, we start to see the pro boys rolling out here. Like I said in pre-race practice, the usual suspects to watch will be Mav Webley. Matt Dayton actually showing some fine form in the Honda as well in early practice. Of course, Charlie Chan, Shane Fudado, and Mr. Dixon were all up there. Gaz Eddy, I think, was struggling a little bit with the Porsche in pre-race practice, but let's see what he can do in qualifying. He's just focused on Webley at the moment. I'm just trying to pick up who's the first car out on track here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of the pro boys out on track. Fodado rolling around. Now this is the out lap, so we won't see any times here just as of yet. We will try and pick up on the lead car, which actually looks like Mav and then Harrison Bella. So I'd say Mav first car out on track. That's where he's used to being, so no surprise. That's where he does his best work. So yeah, gets that Lamborghini out there. Fantastic looking paint job on that car actually as well. If you can see it through the haze and the rain, looks fantastic. I think we had, might have been Nathan Anderson tucked up in behind him. Oh, big wriggle from the Aston. These guys are just coming around. This is their first flying lap here. So they'll be on it already. And then I think it was Brandon Webley as he just, again, wrestles that thing down through 7. That is Matt Dayton just in front of him. You just see him in camera shot every now and then. Matt Dayton in the Honda. And like I said, was looking pretty handy actually in the Honda in a pre-race practice. So yeah, nice work from him. Matthew Herod just up in front of him in one of the Astons. Another fantastic livery, the Herod car. As we will see Mav coming across the line for his first flying lap. Watch this space. Where does that land him? Oh, no, so that was obviously it didn't count. Matt Dayton's did. Put him in provisional pole position with a 41.5. So a couple of the boys struggling to keep these things within the track limit. Steve Crossland tonight running in the official sponsored Nortec car there. Steve Crossland shining the Nortec colours here tonight. Fantastic looking car, and obviously major sponsor for the Rainlight Racing 2024 GT3 Series 5. Obviously Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43 and MATCHFIT Entertainment, all involved with bringing you all this goodness. As we Chan, provisional 8th, working his way down into that midsection of the track. Like I said, pretty technical stuff down there. Will Dick just out of the top 10 in another one of the Porsches. In 11th, Hendo still struggling to get a handle on the Aston as well. And Faraday now, what's he showing? A second up on his time, which would give him a 22.3, which is still not enough. That would get him into about halfway through the top 10. So let's see where that thing lands right now. Into 7th, Matt Dayton still holding down provisional first with Mav tucked in behind. Nick Firth and Costas Makalos actually both with cracking times in that first session, holding down 3rd and 4th. Steve Crossland in 5th as he rolls across the line for another lap. Chaplin Chan, 2nd provisionally. 9 minutes to go. Plenty more to happen here. These guys have got plenty of time. Get their heads through what is a very, very slick track out there at Zandvoort tonight. They'll have their work cut out for them. They've got their work cut out from just in the qualifying session here. So wait till the green flag drops and it gets all sorts of serious. We expect to see some action tonight, I suspect. As we see Webley there, winding on bunches of opposite lock to keep that thing in check. Chaplin Chan well up on his time. Coming through the midsection of the track. Still plenty of the circuit to go. And with such slick conditions, plenty of corners to make a mistake on. So, yeah, these guys will really be focusing hard. Track position will be critical here. Not the easiest place to pass on. And then, you've only just got to look outside. This rainy weather is going to make it all the more difficult. Brandon Webley and Chaplin Chan. So we got Matt Dayton, Brandon Webley, Chaplin Chan, all pushing Mav down into 4. Mav's got about a 10th up his sleeve on his Delta, but he's not even halfway around the circuit yet, so he's got plenty of work to do. I think I see a Chris Curley Aston Martin just snuck on track there as well. Just in time for pro qualifying. That rounds out a field of 23 cars here tonight. A little bit of a short field for Rainlight Racing. Real life stuff gets in the way every now and then, and these guys are going to go and do some family stuff, or maybe they just don't like Zandvoort in the rain. Who knows? But there's a few guys and girls missing here tonight. But yeah, Chris Curley finds his way into pro qualifying as we watch the Aston into 7, spitting flames as he gets across the crest there. Matt, half a second up on his time, which would put him on the top spot. Oh, hang on, something. The Delta just went from half a second up on his time to in the pits. So Mav's had enough. Provisional fourth. He won't go any higher than that. We got Cooley on track. Crossland's still out on track. Crossland looks like he could pip Mav here, actually, as he runs out of the final corner across the start-finish line. Crossland, yes, with a 41.742 to Mav's 41.752. Literally 1/100th of a second between those two times. So nice work from Crossy in the Nortec Porsche. And it stays out. These guys have still got over 5 minutes in qualifying left. Mav back out on track. Cooley up to 4th. Hendo still down in 17th, really struggling with that Aston. Looks like he might be making a stop. Rethink those tyre pressures maybe. Dayton up on his time. Dayton. He knows Cooley's coming for him. He knows Mav's coming as well. Again, Nick Firth and Costas Makrolos, both still in the top 10. Couple of Pro-Am drivers sitting in front of the likes of Shane Fuddido, Gaz Eddy, Will Dixon, Matthew Herod and Nathan Henderson. So nice work from those boys. And here comes Dayton. He was flickering a little bit on the deltas, but didn't come to fruition as he crosses the line. Still over 4 minutes to go, so these guys will continue to circulate to see if they can get that very best lap. It's so hard in these sort of conditions. It varies from corner to corner. The slightest of mistake, the lap's done. You got to go again. So Mav back out on track. Webley making a showing. Still early days in his lap. Just starting to flicker some positive deltas there. Has he got it in him though? Have the Lambos got it in them? We're seeing the Nissan with plenty of bite, but they're not really showing it up on the leaderboard there. The Ferrari's doing well. The Honda doing exceptional. Four makes the car in the top 4. That's awesome. Just shows you the BOP's working. It's alive and well in ACC at the moment. All the boys competing. Crossland 2 tenths up on his lap. Cooley 2 tenths up on his. Mab still out on track. Plenty to play for here. Crossland just ducking up into this final corner. Oh, just dips a wheel out on the grass. Puts himself in 3rd. Mav goes to 1st. 2.5 minutes to go. Let's push Dayton off the top spot into 2nd. Remembering we still got Cooley out on track. Webley to the top. I hadn't even got to mention him and he's already there. Chaplin Chan as well, having another crack. Where's that Cooley? Oh, he's gone across. He's popped himself into 4th position with that last lap. And he's going again. The old Aston's running rich tonight. Plenty of flames coming from the side of that car. Nice work. Faraday struggling to find some grip out of the Datsun. Oh, as he slides it up out of 3. Might be 4, actually. And works his way down through the roller coaster into 7 here. This amazing bank track. It really does look uncomfortable, and that car doesn't quite look like it's doing what he wants it to do. A little bit of understeer at first and a bit of oversteer out, and oh yeah, he's struggling with it. Webley still out. Mav still out. Matt Dayton. Chris Cooley slightly up on his time. Has he got what it takes? He generally has. Mav across the line again. Bet it's his time. Can't match Webley though. Chris Cooley about to round. Oh, the final corner gets the back out over the ripple strip. Not sure whether this is a clean lap. He's dropped his time. Mav up on his time. Webley still up on his time. Matthew Herod up on their top, up on his time. Nathan Henderson still struggling with the Aston, although bettering his time, languishing in 17th. Matthew Herod in another one of the Astons down in 15th, so they're really working for their money in the Astons. Mav, 2/10 up. 2/10 will get it if he can pull it off. Qualifying time is now up. This will be their final laps. Mav just coming up on a little bit of slow traffic and just gets a little bit slippy into the back chicane there. That would have compromised his time. He had a little bit up his sleeve, but just the slightest slip up like that, that's all it takes. Cooley in the pits. Crossland's still out. I think here is Mav. Yeah, definitely lost his time there. And Steve Crossland returns for a little bit of a sneaky pit entry practice there as we wind up qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. I think Faraday, last man on track there. And really is fighting the Datsun there to try and keep it in control. So, and does a little sneak pit entry practice as well. So there you go. That's a wrap on qualifying. Brandon Webley v Mav for the front row. Matt Dayton and Chris Cooley in third and fourth respectively. Steve Crossland in fifth. Chaplin Chan, Nick Firth. Who else have we got there? Costas, Makalos, Shane Faraday, Gaz Eddy rounding out the top 10. Ashton Hughes in 11th. Nathan Henderson, Will Dixon, Jacob Wadsworth, Harrison Bella in 15th. Matthew Herod, Gunther Rowe, T-Fam, Wayne Rogers, Kenneth Worcester, Wally Baker, Adrian Kramer, Joe Grimmer, rounding out 23 cars here tonight at a very wet Zandvoort as the time ticks down. Don't forget, everybody, to like and subscribe, hit the notifications. We're going to thank Nortec again. We're going to thank Trek 31 and Titanium Digital Solutions, obviously True to Life Racing and Crossy 43 we need to mention, and obviously us, MATCHFIT Entertainment, for bringing you the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Nortec, get over there, check out what they've got. Aussie, should I say, Kiwi, local produced motion sims. Get over there, have a look what they're doing. And if you haven't signed up already, have a look at what Rainlight's doing at the moment with their little special event, their TA2 stuff on the old AC platform. Get involved. There's still one more race out of those 3 races to go. They look like a hoot. We're streaming it live. But registration's obviously open right to the end, so get involved with that. But yes, once again, we must thank all the major sponsors. As always, I'm Davo. You're here for Rainlight Racing's 2024 GT3 series. I'm on my own tonight here at Zandvoort. It is pouring down rain. But look, I've got all the snacks. I've got all the beer. I don't have to share it with anybody tonight, so I'm doing okay. J-Man away at the moment. He'll be back soon enough. It's been an awesome qualifying so far. And we are just about to go to the formation lap as the boys... Oh, God, they're going to have plenty going through their heads at the moment. Tyre pressures are probably one of the big things in their head at the moment. As the boys roll away, the rain's not letting up. I hope you got your umbrellas, everybody. Sit down, make a coffee. Click the like button. These guys have got a minute or so to circulate round. Oh, look, headlights on and the spray. Look how slow they're going. And the spray here already. Wait till this ramps up. There will be plenty of action. It's just whether we've got the goggles on so we can see it through the rain. So it might be a bit of a tough one. Not sure whether the in-car footage will be real flash, but we'll get in there and have a look and see what the boys are dealing with all the same. Brennan Webley, Mav. Webley, stellar job in qualifying. Just pipping Mav. Matt Dayton, very speedy in the Honda. So good to see the Honda up there. With Matt at the wheel looking very sharp. It'll be interesting to see how his race progresses tonight. Cooley starting in fourth. Anything could happen with Cooley. We know how strong he is, particularly in the dry in that Aston. Let's see how he goes in the wet here tonight. And also nice work from Steve Crossland there, popping it into fifth. Chaplin Chan struggling a little bit with the Porsche there, just only managing a sixth position in qualifying. Nick Firth, I think the standouts from Nick Firth and Costas Makalos, actually a couple of Pro-Am drivers getting up in the top 10 and in front of some formidable competition right there. Also Ashton running at that top 10. Gaz Eddy, another one that probably not getting a handle on the Porsche as much as he'd like, as did not Nathan Henderson in the Aston. So the only one that really made the Aston work was Cooley. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it's round 5. There's still 11 rounds to go. This is the last of the sprint races. Next week we are going to go to super sprints, 90-minute races. The boys are forming up around the final quarter now. We're just about to go green. Get amongst it. Like I said, you should have your coffee by now. Like, subscribe, hit the chat box. I'm up here by myself. Give me some love. Maybe keep it clean, but yeah, just get something up there. We got, there we go, green light, and Webley holds Mav nicely there. Cooley putting pressure on Dayton straight away on the outside. Crossland, we've got a bit of a mix-up with Crossy and Fernando and a whole bunch of cars in the backfield. Hendo getting stuck up in there, and Chaplin Chan as well. Oh my. Just got messy really quickly. Costas Makalos looks like he's dodged that. Who's just in front of him in the Porsche? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. That is also Harrison Bella just tucked behind him, and as my timing just goes mental as always, I think that is Kenneth in the background as well. Let me just see where this lands here. I think that is Will just in front, so they've dodged a bullet there. A lot of the field getting caught up in that. Harrison Bella just tucked in behind Costas as well. Mav already passed Webley there in all that mayhem. So a little bit of a slippery little pass there by Mav immediately. He'll want to move away from that mess behind Webley now. And Dayton in third, holding his position against Chris Cooley there. But the big change is Will Dixon. Costas up a couple of positions. Harrison Bella up plenty of positions. This is where the big change is. The back half of the field has pretty well come right up into the mid-pack here. That includes the likes of Gunther Rowe, Aston Hughes, Gaz, Eddie, Matthew Herod. So it is going to be on in the midfield here any moment. Jacob pedaling that Lamborghini as we come around for the first lap. And the field has spread somewhat. We expected some dramas here. T1 here. There's not a lot of space in the dry. It has plenty of grip. Nice little bank track. Gaz, Eddie and Matthew Herod side by side. It's not over yet. Oh, with Herod off the ripple strip there a little bit, just into the side of Gaz Eddie's car. That was unfortunate. A little bit awkward. Just the Aston just popping off. A little bit of a bounce, and that's all it takes. We'll let the stewards do that one. Dixon has the Ferrari of Costas Makalos tucked in behind. Nick Firth going well with Chaplatin. Now he got stuck in that melee that was T1 earlier, so way back down the field with Chaplatin. So yeah, big shake up there. I think it was Fodado, Henderson, Firth, Chan, Steve Crossland. The list goes on. Gaz obviously now down the field as well after a little bit of a touch from Hughesy there in the Aston. But it's the Dixon-Costas battle that is where the action is. We might actually, just talking about in-car shots, let's get out of Costas. Let's have a look what he's looking at. Oh my. It's a Porsche bloody low front coming in. Oh, he's going out. He's going to have a look at this. As they just dodge around one of the Nissans there. I think that is Kenneth Worcester's car. The red and black Datsun. But yeah, smartly so. Costa just ducking back in behind Dixon there. Not really wanting to push the limits. These guys are tagged on. If you just look in screenshot there, that is Dayton and Cooley just in front of these guys. They are well in touch with what's going on. And as I mentioned that, I realised that Cooley has taken Dayton somewhere in the last lap. So nice work from Cooley. No surprise really, he is a gun in that ass. Let's get back into the car with Costas. He's got his work cut out for him here. The Porsche really punching off the line, out of the corner nicely. It will be hard to get up the side, but it's the mistakes that come from such a wet track. He just needs to stay in touch, keep his nose clean. The opportunities will come. We'll get back down a little bit. We'll look at who have got here. It is Matthew Herod. Oh, here we go. Matthew Herod, T-Fam and Aston Hughes. That's Herod around Ashton. Actually, looks like T-Fam's going too. He wants a bit in there and he's got it. So out onto the final corner, Ashton, 2 positions in one sector there. He struck Wally Baker and Nathan Henderson. And we saw Baker struggling in the Porsche. And then there's a whole bunch of cars that got caught up. That is Harrison Bella. We've got Nick Fur, Chaplin Chan. We've got Crossy just down the road a little bit as well. So that's all of that mid-pack that got tangled up in that lap on turn 1 melee. And they are just trying to work their way back through this field. as the front half of the field pretty well from these guys forward has spread a little bit. Chan looking around the outside of first car. That's a long way round Nick Firthy's Ferrari there, but he was willing to give it a crack. The old V-dub's not real tall, but real big. He'll squeeze it in there. So you can see that. That is it. Hendo's got past. Oh, Firthy looking on Wally Baker. That's made him vulnerable to Chaplin Chan, and that is Crossland in the official Nortec entry. Porsche right in behind him here. Oh, Firthy round the outside. Can he make it live there? Doesn't look like. Again, makes him vulnerable to Chan. Tough stuff. Firthy on the inside again, thinks better. So that is quite a battle going on there, with the rest of the field fairly well spread in front. This is where the fight is birthed, up the inside. Nice work. Chan goes with. Crossy will want a bit of that too. 3 Porsches in a row here. Firthy looks vulnerable to Chan, but Chan's on the outside. Crossy in. Oh, Firth deep. Chan through. Nice work. Patience. So plenty going on here. Look out of the front of Steve Crossland in the Nortec Cup. The weather's backed off a little bit, but the visibility is horrible. That, coupled with the slick conditions of the track, makes for a lot of concentration. These guys will work up a sweat pretty quickly here tonight. We'll just look forward of that. If we look forward of that, Hendo and Fernando trading positions as well. So Henderson passed Fernando. So once he got past Wally Baker, he left the boys behind him and moved quickly to Fernando, and is now past Shane. Shane really with no answers in the Datsun tonight. Really struggling. Hendo even struggling in pre-race practice and qualifying as well. So, as the Datsun got the punch, we need to get up the pointy end here. Got Matt Dayton actually getting pressure from Costas as well. So we need to keep a little bit of an eye on that. But yeah, just back to Hendo. And like I said, I don't think the Datsun's just not giving it to him tonight. And Hendo already pulling a slight gap there. And you can see the boys in behind him. That's Chaplin Chan, Nick Firth and Steve with a little bit of a spread between those guys there. Matt Dayton over the back wing of the Honda with Costas Mackel on fire. Working hard. Yes. Thanks, Blue Hawk. It is going to be hard. It's going to be rough at the back for these boys. Very, very wet. And a bit of a mix-up early stage of the race there. It really does put the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. And those fast guys that want to come through, but they're racing for position. They're not lap cars here. So we just see in the background Harrison Bella really making a showing. That's Jacob Wadsworth just tucked in behind him as well, and the Gunther Rowe Datsun as well, just in the background as well. So 3 of those guys just up, probably up a position or 2, or maybe 3 from what they would have expected. here and keeping their nose clean, like Bella here, just really keeping that car on point, pointing in the right direction. No slipping and sliding, no drifting, just keep it on track. And keep it pointing in the right direction. That is the goal here tonight. Ashton Hughes, Wayne Rogers, I suspect, just tucked in behind him. Oh, Wayne Rogers with a massive slide down into 7. And that's Firth just sneaking up behind him, and then the Crossland car. We might get a replay on that. Get a load of this, ladies and gentlemen. So down through the roller coaster as the replay picks them up as they go over this blind crest. Just watch this. Gets it out on the grass, and how... does a fantastic job to keep that actually pointing in the right direction. Reasonably safe re-entry to the track there. And it's nothing to see here, people, and he carries on. So easily can you make a mistake here. We just sneak back into the Henderson Shane Fozo battle. I thought Hendo really didn't have Shane's measure there, just as both of them lick the rear wheels on the grass out of the exit of the final corner. But Hendo not really been able to pull away from him, and now, who is that? That is Chaplin Chan, just tucked in behind him. Frodo will feel the pressure very quickly here, and we'll have to start to defend, I would suspect. What do you reckon, Davo? Yeah, I agree, Davo. I reckon he would be defending. No, yep, good. There you go. So Davo and Davo agree that Frodo has got some trouble on his hand. We'll look over the back wing of the Nismo. No condensation forming on that. I tell ya, look at those three. Those three, Chan, Firth and Crossy, have been flying in formation like that. They've shuffled around a couple of times, but there they are with Firth just showing the braking performance and the turn-in prowess. Oh, here he goes again of the Ferrari and gets Chan very neatly. Wow, great move from Firthy. There's Frodo, goes in deep, had to take evasive action not to make contact with the back of Henderson's car. Did really well there. He could have easily got that thing all pinched up in the rear and sideways, but dealt with it. What a little battle do we have going on there. I don't know which car. There's a car in there. I'm not sure which one it is. It's Adrian Kramer's car. It is too, as he lets the boys fly past. And look at him fan out. Chan goes, I'm taking that back. Firthy goes, not on my watch, brother. And just shuts the door on. This is where the fight is, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have come to race, rain, hail, or shine. I think they're pretty well getting the first two, rain and hail at the moment. But no mucking around. They're still running it like it's a sprint race on. Oh, in the drop. Fardado gets the Nissan super sideways up over the crest. Drops a couple of car legs. Look at him wrestle that thing. I don't know. Let's see if we get a replay on that. Fardado really, really wrestling this car to get the pace out of it. It is spectacular to watch. The thing doesn't look like it's in a straight line anywhere. As you see him there sideways up over the crest and just settles it down, gets the lateral grip on the tyres and turns it into 7 beautifully. Oh, again, picking up on the replay there, just wriggling around everywhere. But manages to hold on to the back of Henderson. Impressive stuff. He goes for the look. This time, side by side, second to last corner. He's going to make this stick. Can he keep it out there? Hendo's got Firth on him now. First passed. Chan wants it. It's going to be 3 wide. Chan just gets out. Says, yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. Firth, back round Henderson. Oh. This is a proper race, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Click your like and subscribe. Let's thank Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, and of course MATCHFIT Entertainment for bringing you this spectacle you are watching right here at a very wet Zandvoort for round 5. Last of these sprint races here in the 11 round series at Rainlight Racing. And these guys are doing a stellar job. Not much happening up the pointy end at the moment as Chan around Henderson. Henderson just a little bit too deep. Hendo looks like he's dropped back into that mentality he had in practice. Maybe pushing that Aston a little bit too deep under brakes and just going wide. And that's allowed Firth pass. And now Chan. And he really was putting pressure on Frodo before, and now 2 positions back. So how times change very quickly at a wet Zan. Another one to look out for. Wally Baker and Gaz Eddy side by side down into the back chicane here. Gaz thinks better. Pulls back. But looking for the undercut here. He'll be on the outside. Will he make it live there? Looks like Wally Baker thought he might have got a bit of wheel on. Yeah, bit of a grass on the exit there. Slowed his run down that little short chute, and Gaz got round the outside. Nice work from Gaz Eddy. Good pass in tough condition. Now we've got Nick Firth. Out of the helmet of Nick Firth here. Out of 4, up the hill. Very tricky corner to get the power down, particularly in the rain. Through the roller coaster, up over the crest. The Ferrari looking very stable here tonight in these conditions. Or is Firthy just the rain master? Who knows? Either way, he's doing a fantastic job. As is Mav up the pointy end. We will get up here and have a bit of a look at what the boys are doing up the pointy end, but we won't stay here long because all the action's going on back there. Brandon Webley in second. Now you can see the boys there. There's Webb. G'day, mate. I see you flashing headlights. We've got Chris Curley just in behind him and Matt Dayton. They were all in shot. So those guys still very close together. The last one on that list actually was Kostas Makalos actually as well. He was pretty well in camera shot as well. So that top 5, very, very close. It'll only take a slip up from one or the other, and there will be a position change. Let's get back to Shane Frodo, Nick Firth, Chaplin Chan, Nathan Henderson, Rossi in the mid where all the action is. Thanks, Peter, for the comment. Yes, it does look like a fun battle. These guys aren't mucking around at all. And a good clean stuff too, mind you, Peter. So, yeah, awesome to watch. It's only just the odd little slip up here, which is allowing anybody pass. And these guys are gaining on Ashton. Now, my friend Ashton in the Aston. Oh, Esposito again. Just gets that Datsun all kinds of sideways. He's driving it like it's a Datsun 1600 rally car. But, yeah, Ashton will soon start to feel the pressure from this group of cars as they are clearly moving forward on him, and it'll only be a matter of time, and they will want to sneak past and keep moving. First, very strong under brakes here through that left-hander there. We saw him make the move on Chan there earlier. I think it was a couple of laps ago. Hendo dropped way back now in the clutches of Crossy, and Frodo again with armfuls of opposite lock on the Nissan to keep it pointing in the right direction. And again, he suffered there. That's Chan, that's first pass, that's Chan pass. That was a tough one. You could see that coming. At least the last few laps, but particularly on that last lap, that car was starting to look loose with a little bit of contact on the back of Chan's car. Chan keeping it in the right direction. A little bit of a button off from Furtado just to readdress that touch, has now put Hendo back in the frame. And of course, Crossy in the Nortec Porsche. So go Crossy, go Nortec. Ashton, I think that is just like, I'm getting out of this. And now he's smack bang stuck in the middle of it. So just backing off and letting those two guys go past isn't enough, mate. You've got plenty to play for yet still, mate. And fighting for position. Couple of guys in some good clean air at the moment. T-Fam being one of yes, T-Fam, Matthew Herod, Gunther Rowe, Jacob Wadsworth, Harrison Bella. These guys just knuckling down. You know, they've been gifted a couple of positions and they are really just staying focused on the job that lays ahead of them. No battling, no f***ing. That is Will Dixon in the orange and black and white Porsche up in front. Another, just again keeping the nose clean, hitting the marks and keeping that thing pointing in the right direction on a very wet Zandvoort here tonight. Makalos, on the other hand, has been trying to chase down or tag onto the back of the four in front. So now he's sort of found himself in a fairly hefty gap of clean air as well. Unlike the boys we were just watching earlier, which starts with Nick Firth, and then it's Jacqueline Tam, and then it is Shane Furtado, and then it is Aston Hughes, and Steve Crossland, and Nathan Henderson. They're all there, all those names. They have spread somewhat. Actually, it's Crossy that's actually starting to apply the blowtorch to the back of Aston, ladies and gentlemen. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get my tongue around that, but I think I'm doing well. So yeah, tough work here. A lot of spray on this track. There's still some light weather coming through. I've got some soft. Some of it tells me it's sunny outside. Some of it tells me it's raining as we see Ashton run wide. That's allowed Crossy show the nose in the Porsche. He is past as they run through that little short chute up here into the back chicane. Hendo want to get onto that as well. And then you can see Wayne Rogers, a green and black Lambo just in the back. Yeah, but yeah, these guys are plenty going on. Nick Firth, after sneaking past Furtado there and putting Furtado between himself and Chan, has really stepped down. So really made some good gap. He will be chasing down fast. Chaplin Chan in some clean air. Furtado, oh, I suspect with Furtado struggling with that Datsun so much, I would expect to see the Nortec car on the back of him anytime soon. And I would also suspect Nathan Henderson will try and sneak his way around the Aston Martin of Ashton Hughes as well. So still plenty to fight for. Harrison Bella showing up on my radar. Why? Because Jacob Wadsworth has fought his way back smartly in the Lamborghini and is now right heading towards tucking that Lamborghini up underneath the back wing of the Lexus. Bella doing a fantastic job. No mistakes from Harrison so far. dodged that melee in T1 in lap 1. Doing a fantastic job in 7th. Really just needs to stay focused. Not fight too hard with Wadsworth. Wadsworth just showing the nose there a little bit. Just going, mate, I'm here, if you hadn't noted. Another one also, we've got, who is that? That is Joe Grimmer, just getting, oh yeah, he's just getting lapped there. That was actually Matt Dayton and Chris Cooley just sneaking past as well. It looks like Cooley may have slowed a little bit there. And it's Dayton past, it is past. That's Dayton past Cooley. So not quite sure what was going on there, but a little bit of a position change there with Matt Dayton now into 3rd position over Cooley in 4th. Costas Makalos not too far behind after the boys there just having to navigate past one of the lapped cars there of Joe Grimmer in the McLaren. May have slowed them just a little bit, but Joe doing a fantastic job in a particularly difficult part of the track to get out of the way and let those boys through. And now Costa's probably made a little bit of a gain there, and he will be knuckling down and heading forward. Shane Fodado, Steve Crossan, what did I say? Let's get out of the back of the Nismo. Let's see what Crossy can do in the V-dub. And look at it, punch in up underneath the wing of the Nismo there. Mid-chicane. Crossy really knows how to pedal these things. Loves the Porsche. So Steve Crossland in the Nortec 911 Porsche. Looking pretty speedy, just tucked in behind Shane Fodado there. Endo's still not round Ashton either, which sort of surprises me. So Ashton doing a fantastic job actually to just stay in front of Hendo. Hendo has really dropped off. He looked speedy about 10 or 15 minutes ago, and now not so much, as we just picked back up on the 7th and 8th position battle here of Harrison Bella and Jacob Wadsworth as we actually wind down towards the second half of the race here. A little over 30 minutes to go. There's been plenty of action so far, and I can't see it letting up anytime soon. So stay put, every Shane Fodado and Crossland. Crossland might have him here. He's got it done. Let's see if we can pick up on a replay of that one. So, oh, Shane a little bit wide, out of 9 there, and towards 10 here. Oh, and again, just that loose nature of the Datsun there allows Crossy to poke the nose of the Nortec Porsche up on the exit. And that's all she wrote, folks. And he's off. And he'll be heading towards Chaplin Chan. Field spread somewhat now. Cooley's still in 4th. Not sure what's going on there. He's actually dropped back quite considerably on Matt Dayton as well. So I wonder whether he is suffering with... I don't know. He usually doesn't back off and go slow like that. So not sure what's going on there. But Costas Makalos actually just tucked up in behind him as well. Not too far away, actually, probably only about 7 or 8 car lengths. So doing a smash job. We will get back to Harrison Bella though. Harrison Bella and Jacob Wadsworth actually Harrison looks like he's maybe got a little bit more of a gap back on Wadsworth there. They were looking a lot closer than that before, and if you just look in the background, it's Guthrie and Matthew Herod. Matthew Herod and Gunther, again, probably gifted a couple of positions early in the race, but they're making a damn good show of it now and really keeping their focus. And they're in a sort of a little bit of an air gap there where they can just focus on what they're doing. I don't know how long. Oh, as just looked like the Gorilla Racing at Datsun might have just pushed wide there a little bit in T1, and that's all it takes to lose that little gap that you've gained. And so Herod pulls back a couple of car lengths. Again, I always just look in the distance, see who's in the background, and who's in the background here. That is T-Fam, the man. And as they drop down into 7, Gunther sideways nearly all the way through that corner there and really did lose some ground to Herod. T-Fam, now he can see the carrot. Before the carrot was just a time on his screen, and now he can actually visually see these boys. Again, Gunther really struggling with the grip and the rear of the Datsun there. We've seen Faraday struggling with it as well. These guys really working hard for their times. Rain looks like it might have eased ever so slightly, but it's definitely not a dry track. As you see Herod there coming through the final corner, you saw him up on the inside there on the ripple strip ever so slightly, just upset the car. Really can't regain that in these sort of conditions and ends up out nearly clipping the wall on the exit of the final turn there. So very lucky. Whatever gains that he made, again, as Gunther very sideways, and again very sideways in the Nissan. So this gap is toing and froing between these two drivers. We just picked up there on Grimmer and Adrian Kramer. Kramer off very quickly. Oh no, it wasn't Adrian Kramer. Excuse me. That was Jacob Wadsworth, and now he had. So he was. I think he was trying to get past the lap car of Joe Grimmer there, and really did mess it up badly. I don't think it even got to Joe yet, and was pretty well on his way out. But that's allowed Gunther and Matthew to sneak past. So the smallest of mistakes again, and you suffer for it terribly. Now look how it has bunched those four drivers. That they are all in position. That is Gunther Rowe, Matthew Herod, Jacob Wadsworth, and T-Fam now tagged onto the back. It was only a matter of time we would see Fam up there. We're starting to see some time penalties come through. One, Matthew Herod, 15 seconds. 45 seconds for Steve Crossland. Oh, as you see, Wadsworth go for a big look down the inside on Herod there. And 60 seconds for Aston Hughes. So they're just obviously accumulating as the race goes on. Joe Grimmer will be starting to get the flag. Look out of the back of Grimmer's car. This is what he's seeing coming up behind him as he tries to step off line here and hold some momentum still. Tries to stay out of the way. There goes. That was Gunther. That was Herod. There's Wadsworth. Who was the next one? T-Fam. And now he's got actually Chaplin Chan to deal with. It's all happening very quickly. for Joe Grimmer at the moment. So Herod actually doing a great job, just stuck sandwiched in between Gunther there and Wadsworth. Those guys are running hot at the moment. I do question the grip levels in those Nissans around here at Zandvoort tonight in this wet weather. The boys look like they really do have a tough job on their hands, really muscling these cars to keep them in a straight line and do the times they're doing. It's Gunther. Oh, Gunther Yuzi and Wadsworth wide on the exit there. Now, I didn't see what happened, but Nick Firth has dropped back down through the field. That car does not look well. It is beaten badly on the back of it, as you can see there clearly. So Firthy has been in the wars and back, and now trying to claw his way back up to the field. I think he got up into about 8th position or 9th position. So yeah, he's got some more work to do. There's a little over 22 minutes to go. We're about 2/3 of the way through this race, ladies and gentlemen. So plenty of action yet to come. Please click the like and subscribe button on your MATCHFIT Entertainment YouTube. Hit your notifications. Hit the chat box. Let's thank Nortec. Let's thank Trek 31 Titanium Digital Solution, True to Life Racing, and Crossy 43 for bringing this fantastic GT3 racing to you all here tonight. Once again, Monday nights, it's Rain Light Racing, GT3s. Don't miss out. Like I said, hit those notifications. We'll remind you if you forget. Also, just another reminder, the special event that Rainlight is running at the moment, the TA2s in AC. Awesome fun. We are streaming it live. Crazy stuff. They've raced at Monza. They've raced at Spa just only last night as Chaplin Chan puts a move on. T-Fam side by side down through the roller coaster here. Who's going to give as they go up towards 7? That's Firth in the background. But yeah, get involved. TA2s, AC in Assetto Corsa. It's good fun. Gunther Rowe, Wadsworth. Wadsworth's just tagged on the back there now. He's not going to let that go. I'm sure he can see what I can see from back here, and the tail of that Datsun does not look happy. It is a wagon everywhere. And I'm sure Wadsworth's just thinking, mate, all I'm going to do is just sit here and wait. And that door will open, and you are right, Jacob. I think you just need to stick with it. Gunther really pedaling hard in the Gorilla Racing Datsun. As we saw also Shane Fronado down in 15th. Now he was well in the thick of it earlier, and now in a big bunch of clean air and not in the race whatsoever. I think that is Steve Crossland just tucked up in front of him there. Not sure what happened to Nick Firth, ladies and gentlemen. He has slipped back through the field quite a few positions, but now clawing his way back, actually just tucked in up behind T-Fan. I would expect a little bit of toing and froing to go on here as well between these two. Plenty of racing has been done between these two boys. And yes, Firthy in the Ferrari, showing good form tonight. So I would expect to see him put pressure on Fam. Fam no slouch, mind you, but I just think Firth in the Ferrari is definitely looking strong tonight. That is Matthew Herod, slipping and sliding in the background with Steve Crossland just tucked in behind. But we do really need to just give a bit of a sticky back up the front here to Gunther Rowe and Jacob Wadsworth, because this little battle's not going away anytime soon. Let's go for a bit of a run through the field. Kenneth Worcester, 23rd. Adrian Kramer, 22nd. Joe Grimmer, 21st. Doing a stellar job out there, Joe. Wally Baker, 20th. Keeping that Porsche pointing in the right direction. Oh, slippery as hell down in the... Gaz Eddy, 19th. Had a tough night, Gaz has already. As has a few people. Wayne Rogers, 18th. Aston, in the Aston. We've seen him up towards the top 10 and now back down in 17th. Nathan Henderson in 16th. Again, another that's been up and down through the field. Faraday. Say about this, just up and down through the field for a lot of these guys. I'm just about to mention. Shane Faraday, Steve Gosselin in 14th. Matthew Herod in 13th. And Nick Firth, actually, just as I flick on him, just sneaking past T-Fam. We might actually just try and pick up a replay of that one, folks. And I think we might have just missed it. Yes, we did. So that must have happened in T1, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, nice work from Firthy there. We did expect that. Just the Ferrari does look strong. And, yes, Pete, Nick has done well to catch T-Fam from 10 seconds back. And now just put a move on him. Thanks for the comment. Pete Dawson. Another one of our boys not in the field tonight. So, yeah, Nick Firth now in a with Chaplin Chan in 10th. And on the tail of Jacob Wadsworth, Jacob thought he was going to just tag on the back of that Gorilla Racing Gunther Rowe car. And now he's got Chaplin Chan to think about. So I think his focus has probably changed in the last few minutes. Chaplin Chan rounding out the top 10. Jacob in 9th. Gunther Rowe is in 8th. 7th is Harrison Bella. Again, Harrison, stellar job from Harrison. I really do think he's done a fantastic job. A little bit fortuitous to put himself in the position, although he was pretty handy in pre-race practice. I think I already had him on my notes as one that was doing okay in pre-race practice, but yeah, in 7th position and keeping the nose clean and could bring that home in that position with only 15 minutes. Will Dixon in 6th position. Costas Makalos, this man can do no wrong at the moment. Qualified reasonably well, as did Nick Firth, a couple of Pro-Am boys. He is leading the Pro-Am Class Championship at the moment. And that is Chris Cooley in front of him, of all people, and he is tagged well on the back of that. I would expect a class change for Costas sometime soon. Sorry, Costas, mate. You're bloody quick. Chris Cooley doing doing Cooley stuff, going fast, sitting in 4th position there at the moment. Normally we would see him up the pointy end, but not at the moment. Matt Dayton, 3rd position. Brandon Webley, 2nd position, as we just picked up on him there, just getting a bit of a bounce out of 7 there, and doing a stellar job in Lamborghini, as is Maverick in another Lamborghini, and just really has dominated the race. Look, once he snuck past Webley there in the first lap, really did not look back, and has carried on and has a healthy lead of about 6 seconds or so. So nice work from Av at the moment. Let's get back onto the Jacob Wadsworth show. It was the Jacob Wadsworth and Gunther show, but now it's the Jacob Wadsworth and Chaplin Chad show. And they've both been great. So I'm not choosing sides. I just think they're both. He's just the common denominator at the moment. He definitely is the meat in the sandwich, if nothing else. And this really is where the fight is as the time ticks down, ladies and gentlemen. Only about 13 and a half minutes to go. And this fight is heating up. Tan with a big look. Sorry, I was just trying to get a quick drink in there, and Tan just goes, no, hold that, Davo. I'm going in for a move. So nice work from Tan there. Sneaking it out the inside is Wadsworth. Oh, leaning on the loud pedal there, just trying to get it out onto that final corner as fast as he could, and nearly looped that thing up. That is put first. That is first car right on his tail. So first, like we heard from Pete Dawson in the comments, did really well to catch T-Fam from 10 seconds back. And now with that little slip up from Wadsworth, really now does have a chance to get himself in the top 10. Not a bad job considering he has been up and down the field already a couple of times tonight. So yeah, definitely nice work. Let's just quickly have a look at the Chris Cooley and Costas Makalos battle. Costas doing a fantastic job. Another one of the Ferraris. Now again, I just think the Ferraris really do have the measure on this wet track tonight. Looking very settled, where some of the other cars look a little bit slippery, to be honest. And Costas will be getting some draft off the back of Cooley's car now. Probably too far back for this into one here. That's Will Dixon in the Porsche, you can see in the background. Heading, no, it's not actually. I think that is Kenneth Worcester in the Skyline. But Cooley vulnerable here, and it's something we rarely see. A vulnerable Chris Cooley, because the man is damn fast, and rarely do we see him under pressure. But Costas definitely showing some form here tonight, and that he's definitely got that that Ferrari dialed in for a wet race here at Zandvoort, and doing a stellar job to put the pressure. Oh, just ducks a nose round up on the outside. That could have ended nasty for Costas, but just showing his intent, really. That is Matt Dayton, you can just see just in front of him. So these two well in touch with third position. And Costas, oh, he can smell the blood. He's just thinking, oh, if I could just, maybe here, oh, maybe on the outside. He's going to have a crack. So good little battle going on. We will get back to Nick Firth. Now, Nick Firth sandwiched in between Wadsworth and T-Fam. Actually, this group has come right together now, hasn't it? It is Gunther Rowe, Chaplin Chan, Jacob Wadsworth, Nick Firth and T-Fam. And if you look in the background, Matthew Herod. Oh, very close at the front there with Chan and Wadsworth. Three different marks of car. Well, look, actually I can count 5. There's a Nissan, a Porsche. What do we got next? The Lambo. Then we've got a Ferrari, and then we've got a McLaren, all in a row there, and all looking pretty speedy. Any one of them looks like they could take the top spot. Plenty going on. And plenty to play for with a little under 10 minutes to go, yeah. As usual, it's going to ramp up, particularly in this group. We've still got Chris Cooley fighting off Costas Makalos as well. This isn't going to go away. Where do we look, people? We need more screen. Gunther Rowe leads that pack of 5 cars. Gunther Rowe, Chaplin Chan, Jacob Wadsworth, Nick Firth, T. Pham, Matthew Herod. Woo, she's looking slippery. Especially that Chaplin Chan car. Oh, bit of a touch. Oh, and there it is. The slightest of, ever so slightest mistakes there. Oh, as Firthy goes for his classic inside move. There, let's see if we can get a pick up a replay on that. On Chan. Get a helicam of this. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Gets through that first of the double rights. It just pokes the nose down there. Ever so slight bit of contact there. Gunther's Nismo just deals with it. And the Porsche has a little bit of a tank slapper. Keeps it pointing in the right direction. And regathers Firthy looking for a crack on Wadsworth in the meantime. As that little exchange went down. So got Hendo on Crossland. Oh, Crossland on Hendo, and Hendo a little bit wide there. Up on the Whipple strip, that's put the Nortec Porsche down on the inside. Crossy will have this. It's a bit of a drag race though. But he has the rights to the inside of the corner. Even with the Aston's power. The Porsche easily... Oh, Crossy misses his brake mark. Oh, no. That's not how you do it, Crossy. Oh. He'll be kicking himself for that. That is a rookie mistake. Chris Cooley. Costas still at it. 7 minutes or odd to go. Oh, God, I'm going to be hoarse after this. Oh, Costas off. Can't look away for a second. These guys are just next level. Costas really pushing out of the final corner there. Gets it out on the grass and right out on the grass. It looked bumpy and it looked rough. Woo! And lucky to keep that thing pointing in the right direction. So that'll back off a little bit now. As we pick back up on the Gunther Rowe Wadsworth. Now Nick Firth, as again they keep changing positions. Obviously Chaplin Chan with that little nick. But back on track. That's Pham tucked in the background as well. Look at that train of cars. I think that might go all the way back to... Is that Fudado in the background? It is too. So Fudado's tagged on the back of that. So that's from 8th to 14th, right there. Just about to throw a blanket over most of those cars. They're all within a couple of seconds of each other, if that. So nice work from all of those boys. It'll be interesting to see if Costas can tag back onto the back of Cooley again. Just have another, what's this one up on my radar here? This is Gaz Eddy. Actually I think he's just rounding up a lap car. That might be Joe Grimmer. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. So Joe doing a stellar job, just stepping aside there, letting Gaz sneak through there. And we'll get back to this hectic, absolutely hectic battle going from 8th back to 14th at the moment as we look over the rear wing of the Guerrilla Racing Datsun, piloted by Gunther Rowe. Oh, Wadsworth just dipping the car over the Whipple strip there. Probably having to, just not quite squeeze as loud as he would have liked to on the throttle there. Firth all the time. Just monitoring that situation that's going on in front of him, looking for the slightest of gaps and somewhere to pounce. Gunther Rowe into one again. on his 32nd lap here with a little over 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll quickly thank Nortec, Trek 31, Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43 and MATCHFIT Entertainment for your broadcast again tonight. Look how close those guys are now. 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Whew, hold on to your seat. Wadsworth, big look. Into 7. Probably not the place to do it. Gunther off the inside Whipple strip. Compromises his run. Wadsworth looks again. Firth again. Now watch Firth into the left-hander here. If he can keep it on the outside there, he's going to. Watch this. Oh, no! Watch this. Oh, nearly puts the Nissan on its roof. Well, well, well. 4 minutes to go. What did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get a replay on that. Did we get it? Did we get it? Yes, we did. Here it is. Bam! There we go. First. Oh, running out of brakes and maybe a little bit of talent down on the inside. They'd made that stick a few times tonight, but really did mess it up that time. Taken out Gunther, Rowe. that was oh, sorry, already I've forgotten. No, I haven't. It was Jacob Wadsworth. So Wadsworth and the Gorilla racing car of Gunther really suffering with that little incident. So both those guys, probably Gunther more than anyone. Chaplin obviously taking advantage of that. T-Fam also taking advantage of that. Matthew Herod and Shane Faraday. So another big change up on the positions there. Costas is now back on track for Cooley. He's got Cooley's head in his sights. He wants that on a stick. And he's definitely, I think the Ferrari's got it in him, but oh man, hard place to pass. We've got a minute and a half to go. This battle will go down to the wire. Cooley holding down 4th. We still have Mav out in front, Brandon Webley and Matt Dayton in 2nd and 3rd respectively. T-Fam and Herod. That's Faraday in the background, Chan in the foreground. Cooley, Costas. Oh, Cooley just steps aside. Just literally looked like he stepped aside and let Costas by there. A little bit of lock-up maybe in the front of the Aston there, allowing the Ferrari to sneak in. Next cab off the rank is Will Dixon. So Costas passed Chris Cooley for 4th position. Nice work. I sort of thought it was going to happen, but I just didn't think it was going to happen that easy. But yeah, nice work for Costas. Actually, all race, I think he qualified in 7th or 8th with Nick Firth in tow. So both those boys punching above their weight in qualifying. But here we go. The leader is on the final lap of the race. Costas will want to keep his nose clean from here on in. Everybody has really just I think, just resigned themselves to the positions they're in. There doesn't look like there's too much battling going on. However, Chris Cooley not really keen to let go of the back of the Ferrari in Costas Makarolos. As Mav, Brandon Webley, and Matt Dayton head towards the checkers on the final lap. Here at a very wet Zandvoort it was tonight for round 5 of the Rainlight Racing GT3 Series 5. 5th round out of an 11-round series. Last of the sprint races. It's super sprints next week with 90 minutes. Mav out onto the start-finish line, and Maverick wins round 5 of the 2024 GT3 Series 5 here at Rainlight Racing. Well done, Mav. Brandon Webley comes second. Matt Dayton out onto the start-finish straight for the last time with Costas Macrolos tucked in behind, not that far away for 4th position. Nice work from the boys. So nice work, Cooley and Chaplin Chan. Who we got? Harrison, Bella, and Chaplin Chan. So all boys up the pointy, and I think, Will Dixon. Sorry, I'll get back to what I was doing. So we had seen crosses. So those 4 cars come across the line in quick succession there, and then a big gap back to Dixon. Cooley already. It's Harrison Bella. Awesome work from Harrison Bella. 6th Chaplin Chan. DFAM flashing the lights coming across the line for 8th Matthew Herod in 9th. Oh, sorry, that was TFAM in 8th. Shane Potato in 10th. Oh, good recovery. Wadsworth. Oh, tough luck getting tangled up with Nick Firth and Gunther Rowe a little bit early on. So Wadsworth, Nick Firth, and Gunther Rowe in 13th. Nathan Henderson coming across the line. Actually, he's showing in 13th, so we're starting to mix things up a little bit here, but yeah, very, very nice work from these boys, given a super slick racetrack here tonight at Zandvoort for round 5 at Rainlight Racing. Click a like and subscribe button now. We are gonna do some driver interviews. Let's see who we got. First cab off the rank is hang on, I did write it down. Matt Dayton. So bear with me, folks. My co-commentator usually helps me with this stuff, so let's just bear with me and let me just scroll down this list and see if I can find the man in question. There he is. Matt Dayton. Have I got the correct Matt Dayton? I think I do. How you doing, Matt Dayton? You got comms on us there, brother? Matt Dayton.
You got the wrong one again, mate.
Oh, which one is it? Which one is he? Which one is he? What does he call himself, Matty?
Maybe Maticus instead?
Oh, it might be. Okay, sorry, Matt. Can you take yourself back up there, brother? I'll grab him. Matthew. Do I have Matthew Dayton? Got comms on us, Matty?
Yep, this is the right one.
Oh, I've got the right one.
No, this is the right one. Yep, this is me, Matt Dayton.
Excellent, Matt. Awesome. What a race, Matt. Mate, you look great in pre-race practice. Nailed the quali, mate, but really slippery conditions out there. How was your race, mate? What did you think of that?
Yeah, that was my first wet race. I was actually 0.3 up in my quali, but I just lost today, and then that was the end of that. But my first wet race, so I got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, well, the Honda looked pretty composed out there, mate. You're really hitting the marks. It really didn't show up on my radar a lot tonight because you just had the thing pointing in the right direction and you were going damn quick. So obviously the boys up the pointy end got a bit of speed on, so they got away a little bit. You had a bit of action going on behind you though, so it was an interesting race.
Yeah, it didn't look like the most exciting one to watch because there was a bit of bit of gaps between everyone, but there was a few crashes in the end, I think.
There was. It always ramps up at the end, mate.
Always. No, it was a bloody good race, though, indeed.
Yeah, and good. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, because not everybody enjoys Zandvoort, and particularly when it's pissing down rain. So you did an awesome,
yeah, fair enough. Good call.
did an awesome job, mate, and congratulations on third position here for round 5, mate. That'll do your points. A bit of a points injection there. So awesome stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to where I am positioned after this.
Yes, and we'll see you next week at the Red Bull rink for the first of the super sprints, no doubt.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
All right, mate. Cheers.
There you go. So, Matt Dayton, ladies and gentlemen, third position in the Honda of all cars. You just don't see the Honda on track much at all, and rarely see it going very quick. So, so when these boys can wind the old Honda up, you know they're doing okay. Who else we got? We got, let's have a look. We need to get Mr. Webley. Where he is. There he is. He's nice and close. Let's get Brandon down. Mr. Brandon Webley, have we got you on comms there?
Yeah, mate, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, loud and clear. Brandon, thanks for joining us in the hot box here for a quick little chit-chat after taking out second position, mate, in a pouring rain at Zandvoort tonight, mate. How was that race for you, mate?
Yeah, definitely quite hard. I was definitely sweating a bit, but I didn't spin, so that's basically how I managed to bag P2, I think. So, yeah.
Well, staying in the right, pointing in the right direction always helps, eh, mate?
Yeah. So yeah, I pretty much gave the position to Mav at the start because I knew that there was no chance of if I had him behind me, I was definitely going to crash basically. So I let him go.
Yeah, just lose your focus, don't you? Because you got him in qualifying. You qualified first. But
Yeah. But I know he's faster in the race, especially over an hour. He's quite a bit more consistent. So
Yeah. So it's just a little bit of self-preservation. Is just go, no, you go first. No, but after you. Just.
Well, yeah, I just know from experience if he's behind me, I'll end up braking too late and fucking going it's just not worth it.
Well, we at least you know your own limitations, mate. So, but
yeah, I'd rather get P2 than nothing. So.
Yeah, no, for sure, mate. And like you said, just kept the nose clean, mate, and kept the car pointing in the right direction. Always helps too. And look where you end up, second position, mate. Awesome stuff. Good to watch. You didn't get a lot of airtime because you boys obviously out checking out into another postcode, but there was plenty going on behind you.
Yeah, I was kind of happy to get out a wee bit at the start and avoid all the shit. So that was quite handy. That definitely helped the situation too.
I think it did. That little bit of a melee in T1, and it really split the field up and bunched the mid pack, and you guys were just gave you guys a bit of breathing space just to get into your rhythm, and you just really didn't look back, mate. So stellar race.
Thank you, mate. Cheers for doing the broadcast again.
Oh, mate, it's a pleasure as always, Brandon. Well done on your second position here for round 5 at Zandvoort. I take it we're going to see you next week at Red Bull Ring for the super sprint.
I'm not very good at. I've only got about an hour on that track, so I've got a lot of practice to do. I guess. Yeah.
You got a week. You got 7 days to sort that out. So.
Yeah. It's quite a fun track though, so it should be good.
It is. It's a good flowy, fun track, and I expect the Lambos to do pretty well there. So good luck with your race next week, and thanks for joining us in the hot box.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks, Brandon Webley. Brandon Webley, everybody. Last but not least, no stranger, as J-Man always says. No stranger to the comms box. Mav, have we got you on comms, my friend? Mav? Earth to Mav? Please say yes, Mav.
You there, mate?
Way, there he is. There he is. We got the right button. Welcome to the hot box again, Mav. Awesome race tonight. Taking out the top spot once again in a pissing down rain at Zandvoort, my friend. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, not a track you would want it to rain, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too heavy, so it was good.
Yeah, no, it didn't look too heavy, but it's still wet, mate. You know, so. And like you said, it's not everybody's cup of tea, Zandvoort, even in the dry. So in the rain, it takes, I suppose, another level of concentration too to keep it pointing in the right direction the whole time, eh?
Yeah. It wasn't a quick 60 minutes, put it that way. I was just looking at the clock.
Yeah.
I swear it paused a few times, but yeah.
Yeah, and plenty of concentration. And the Lamborghini dealt with it well. You and Webley both very quick in qualifying. And he tells me that he let you slip past just so he could focus on his race.
That was the game plan, but I think he actually overshot turn one. But, but yeah, I think he would have done it anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the game plan. He was he gets too nervous and he panics when someone's behind him.
Yeah,
so he knows his limits.
Yeah, no, look, because we do get these stories up here, you know, from you guys, and we just wonder how much truth's in it.
Oh, it's definitely true when it comes to Webley. Yeah, he would have binned it in the first 5 laps if he didn't do that. So.
That's pretty well what he told me.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's being very honest about it. Oh, mate. Look, another stellar performance again tonight, mate. Good qualifying. Only being pipped by Webley there.
Mm-hmm.
So nice work, solid effort as usual. You don't get much airtime, Mav, because you're out there in another postcode. But there was plenty going on behind you, mate. So you'll enjoy sitting back and watching the stream.
Yeah, no, I look forward to it. It's always good value. Where's J-Man tonight?
J-Man is abroad, actually, at the moment. He is over my way in Oz. So
okay.
Hope to catch up with him in person sometime soon. So it's the Davo and Davo show tonight. So everybody's had to listen to me bang on for the last 60 minutes. So hopefully they've all liked and subscribed, or they've probably unsubscribed. Who knows? But anyway. We put the show on again. Well, you guys put the show on, Mav, and I've been here banging on about it. I'm nearly hoarse because I've been talking for 2. But, yeah, again, congratulations for wrapping up round 5. Last of the sprint races and on to the super sprints as of next week at Red Bull Ring. Looking forward to that, my friend?
Yeah, I haven't done any laps on that yet, I don't think. Not on these cars anyway, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, the track hasn't been around for very long in the ACC world, so...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we've got AES as well on Sunday on the same track, so yeah, better get some practice in.
Yes, definitely. And MATCHFIT Entertainment will be there for that as well. So
nice one.
We'll be seeing... hopefully a few familiar faces flashing up on our deltas and on our leaderboard. Mav, thanks for joining me in the comms box here for the driver interview tonight, mate. Well done again for wrapping up round 5. Awesome, Mav. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Cheers, mate. See you. Bye.
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wrap. There you go. We even slipped some driver interviews in there. Davo doing driver interviews. Who would have thunk it? Anyway. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Who knows? It might be the Davo and Davo show again, you know. But hope you all enjoyed yourself. Like I said, please click the like and subscribe button. As always, what else do I do? Let's thank some sponsors just quickly while we're here as well. They have obviously brought, including Rainlight Racing, a fantastic race to you here on the Monday night with round 5 at Zandvoort in the 2024 GT3 series. We're going to thank Nortec Trek 31 Titanium Digital Solutions, True to Life Racing, Crossy 43, MatchFit Entertainment, and all of that business. Remember, get involved with the TA2 staff on a Sunday night with Rainlight Racing. Also, one more race to go in that. Before that wraps up in the AC platform. We will also quickly, while I've got you here, we'll thank our Patreon, Steve Crossland, Josh Nightingale, Uncle Joe, Louis Van der Venter, Brandon Foster, Nick Firth, and Tinnis Venter for helping bringing all this to you. I've been Davo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me, everybody. It's been a great night. It was a cracking race with plenty of action. And we'll see you all again next week at the Red Bull Ring for the first of the Super Sprints. That's me signing out for tonight. Davo and Davo for the win. See you guys.